do. All right. Those of you who are leaders in prayer movements, you're going to get pressure from the ground up to do something besides just stay on your knees and be holy all day. You're gonna let's petition. Let's put political flyers together. Let's found an organization that's going to help have humanitarian ends. Let's do some heavy lifting in the fundraising department and get grants. Okay, all of those pressures will come, and there will be, for some of you, God's calling may be for you to found humanitarian organizations. I don't want to be down on that work. God may call you to be more activist in the living out of your spirituality. James, the apostle, has some important things to say there. But if we lose the centrality of prayer, then I think we've lost what Jesus is really about, and we've lost what Jesus' heart really is for. So let's remember that Jesus' way of pursuing unity was in prayer. How else could Jesus have pursued unity? Well, he could have taught on church unity. Okay, he actually doesn't do much teaching on church unity. He prays about it. He could have put together a series of parables, right? Jesus, the master storyteller, didn't give us any stories about the unity of the church, not that I can find. He could have started an army. He doesn't. No, my kingdom is not of this world. So he heals Malchus's ear when Peter cuts it off in a moment of enthusiasm. No, that's Jesus' way. His goal is to see the church unified so that his own testimony of claiming to be sent from the Father on this reconciliatory mission, so that will be received as true. And his way of pursuing the unity of that church is through prayer. So that's the place where I want to begin. Our pursuit of Christian unity has to be anchored in prayer. All right. Let me draw a few more observations. That's observation number one. Observation number two is that the unity of the church is both a present and a future reality. Okay, so look at what Jesus says here in verse 20. He says, I do not ask for these only, but also for those who will believe in me through their word. So one of the very interesting things about this passage here in John 17 is that Jesus has a very clear structure to his prayer. He begins by praying for himself, and then he prays for the historical apostles, those whom he's schooled in the Christian way. And then he begins praying for those who will relay his message to a future generation. So the Christian unity that Jesus is pursuing, the unity of the church that Jesus is envisioning, is both a present and a future reality. And I think we're going to have to lean into that too in our day and age as we pursue Christian unity. I think it was Walter Casper, a Roman Catholic cardinal, who was, during his day, he was in charge of the Pontifical Secretariat for the promotion of Christian unity. So that's a branch, that's a papal office in Rome that's responsible to try to communicate with different Christian groups. And Walter Casper was the Roman Catholic official who was in charge of that. So he spent many decades of his life trying to figure out about how Christians from different traditions around the